Hello guys, this is Abhishek Manjani. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we are going to discuss about some resume building tips. I'm going to talk about some things that are very necessary and are must to have in any resume, any tech-based resume. So if you are applying for any top tech-based company like Google, Facebook, etc., then this video is going to be very helpful for you. Also, in the end, I'm going to discuss about the resume with the help of which I applied for Google, Facebook, Coordination, Media.net, and actually I was able to get the referrals and I was able to appear for the further process with this resume. So I'm going to share that resume as well. So before we begin, please subscribe to my channel. So let's start. So first step is what should be the ideal length of a resume. So if you are applying as a fresher, then a one pager resume would be enough. So if you are applying for an internship position or you do not have much experience, so a one pager resume is more than sufficient. So many people I have seen that they add a 4 to 5 pages resume or 3 to 4 page resume. That is actually not advisable. So a one pager resume is more than sufficient. If you are applying for an experienced position, then maximum of 2 pages is enough for a resume. So if I talk about my resume, then it is a 2 page resume. Though I am a fresher, but still I have added much content in that resume and have made that a 2 page resume. So maximum 2 pages is what I advise, and try to keep it a one pager. That is better. So let's now talk about some of the important contents that must be there when you are making a resume. So first thing is the contact information. So it must comprise of your phone number and your email ID. This is helpful if the recruiter wants to contact you through your email or through your phone number. So directly by looking at your resume, they can just contact you very easily without going through your LinkedIn profile and all. So this is a very important thing that must be there at the top of the resume itself. The next thing is the educational qualification. So the educational qualifications must be in reverse chronological order. This means that the highest qualification that you are having must be at the top. So talking about your college degrees, if you have done BTech or MTech, then MTech must be at the top, then the BTech, and then your higher school qualifications. In this, you can mention about your CGPAs, etc., and the college from where you have actually done that level of education. The next thing is the skills. So what I have seen in many resumes is that many people actually add everything that they have to the skills section. So what I advise is only add the skills that actually is beneficial for the role that you are applying. For example, I did a little bit of HTML. I started off with HTML. I built a page in the first year. So I started HTML and I built a page that comprises of my name and my hobbies, etc. So I was just learning about the unordered list and other important tags that are there in the HTML. So with the help of just this much information, it is not advised to add HTML to your skill set. If you have actually done some project in HTML or CSS, or if you have made something with the help of it, or you have worked in the company with this skill, then only it is advised to add this skill in your resume. So you must have at least an intermediate knowledge about this skill if you are adding it to your resume. So some of the important skills that must be there or that can be there in a resume includes the languages that you have learned like C++, Java, Python, etc. Most important thing is the subjects that you have learned. So subjects plays a very important role and must be there in the skills. So subjects like data structures and algorithms, operating system, computer networks, database management system are some of the things that must be there in the skills if you are applying for a tech job. So the next thing is the work experience. So work experience is always a positive to have. So if you have any sort of work experience, then try to add it at the one of the top layer of your resume. And if you do not have the work experience, then no issues. So the next thing is the projects. So projects is one of the most important section of the resume, and I'm going to prepare a separate video describing about what a good project really is and how to decide whether you can add a certain project to your resume or not. I have given multiple interviews and I had multiple rounds that are completely based on projects. So I'm going to discuss about my projects in that video and what are the questions that were actually asked from my project so that you have a better idea about what project you can add to your resume. So if you're applying as a fresher, then you must have at least 1 to 2 code projects. By code project, I mean that you must be able to discuss about 20 to 25 minutes on that project. You must know each and every part of that project, the working of each and everything that you have written in that project. So anything can be asked from the project, the working, the code, etc. So you must know about each and everything that is written in the project. So the next thing is the achievements. So the achievement section must comprise of something that is related to the profile that you are applying or the work that you did in your college. So it can include things like the coding competitions you have participated in, the ranks you have secured, the hackathons you have participated in, the certification that you have achieved, etc. In my case, it is mostly comprises of the coding competitions that I participated in because I was not much into hackathons, but writing these things is a good to have. So the next thing is the position of responsibility. This includes if you have held certain position in some society or been a part of your college club, then this section is for that. So if you have prepared suppose you have prepared a website for your college society, then you can add that to your position of responsibility. If you have hosted a workshop for your college society, then this could be added to the position of responsibility. The next thing is the co-curricular activities in which you list about your hobbies or certain achievements that you have done other than the coding related stuff or other than the technical related stuff. So now let's discuss about my resume. I am going to show you my resume, and this was the resume that I used for applying for Google, Facebook, Coordination, Media.net, and it actually got selected. I was actually referred and was able to proceed to the further process with the help of this resume. So as you can see, the resume comprises of my name at the top, followed by my email ID and the contact details as I mentioned. The academic qualifications is written in the reverse chronological order from starting from the college and followed by my higher school. This is followed by my academic distinctions. So this is something that is optional. You can have if you want, otherwise you can skip this thing. The next thing is the technical skills. So as I mentioned, in the technical skills, I have written about the languages that I know, the front end and the back end tools that I have used, the other frameworks that I have used. And in the subjects, I have mentioned about the data structures and algorithms. You can also add operating systems and computer networks in this. It is always a good to have. The next thing is the achievement. So as I have told that majorly my achievement comprises about the coding competitions that I participated in. You can also include the hackathons you have participated in, the certification that you hold, etc. in this section. The next section is the project section. So this is the section that is actually very detailed. So I have mentioned about 4 of my projects. So the projects must have a brief description followed by the language that you have used in this. So if you have a GitHub link to your project or you have created a website and you have the link to that website, then you should include that as well in your resume itself, so that if someone is browsing through computer, then he can directly click at that link and visit your website and see actually what project is it. Then the work experience, I would advise you to keep it at the top of the resume below the technical skills. In this I have described about my internship, my and other experiences, work experiences that I had. In the position of responsibilities, I have mentioned about I was part of the college society. So I was involved in certain hosting of certain workshops. I was a problem setter of multiple contests. So I mentioned about this in the position of responsibilities. I don't have the co-curricular activities section in my resume. Also, my resume is a 2-page resume. Many people, what they do is divide the page into 2, and with the help of that, they are able to accommodate a lot of content in the resume in the single page. So guys, thank you for watching my video. Do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and do let me know if you have any doubts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe because this will only motivate me to prepare more such content and share all the information and all the experience that I have to you. So do subscribe and like.